Okay. Hello there, it's Metal Max coming at you the day before Thanksgiving. But of course, obviously this is not a Thanksgiving blog I'm telling you about. No, instead, what I'm going to be talking about with you this blog is the best metal performance for the Grammy Awards. Now, I know it's been a while since we've last did this, but, there's a couple of interesting bands that have actually made onto the Grammys list this year that wouldn't have normally done so in the past. So I'm gonna briefly take you through these nominees here. And the first nominee we have here is Candlemass with the Astrolois, the Great Octopus, which has Tony Iommi. I think it's really awesome that you have a band like Candlemass getting nominated. But the question will be, what are their chances of actually winning the nomination? Well, I would have to say probably 2 out of 5 because I'm not. It's not that I don't have faith in them. It's just the way the Grammys have gone the last several years. And actually over the years, remember 1989 where Metallica was supposed to have won, but Jethro Tull did instead. I like Jethro Tull, don't get me wrong, but that wasn't metal, obviously. So the chances of Candlemass winning the nomination, probably 2 out of 5. But let's hope I'm wrong. The next nominee we have here is Humanicide by Death Angel. Another band that would never have been nominated before otherwise. In fact, their albums have made the top 100 in recent years, but, you could never really could think of them as of a mainstream band. Even though in the late 80s and early 90s, their videos did get airplay on Headbangers Ball. But, and Death Angel is a fantastic band, but I'd love to see them win the nomination. You bet I would. But out of 5, I would give Death Angel, again, probably 1 out of 5 chance of winning the nomination. However, if they did win, then by all means, I will hang my head in collective shame. Now, let's talk about some of the bands here that make up the last 3. We have I Prevail with Bow Down, Killswitch Engage with Unleashed, and of course, Tool's latest album, Tempest, But yeah, it comes from Tool's latest album. And thing about I Prevail, I've heard the name, but I couldn't be able to tell you one song they've done. I know, coming from a guy who, loves a lot of metal, and yet, he has to hear a lot more of this stuff to really have an opinion. But I Prevail probably has a 3 out of 5 chance of getting the official win for the nomination. Killswitch Engage, they've been nominated several times. Maybe this is their year where they will actually win the nomination. I would probably put that 4 out of 5. And of course, the last obvious one being Tool. It's no question about it. I think they're definitely a shoo-in. I think they're going to probably win it. I've heard some of the stuff off the new album. It's actually pretty good, and it would be unreasonable to think that they wouldn't get the win this year. So, anyway, that's my prediction at the moment. I would be interested in seeing what other predictions anybody in the metal community has and whatnot as to who may or may not win. I would like, if in a perfect world, all of them would win. But unfortunately, this is not a perfect world. This is real life. So, anyway, that's my prediction regarding the Grammys. And got a couple of interesting shows that are coming up, and some band interviews, and let's just say you're going to see the return of somebody who we all know and love very well, who's been overseas in Afghanistan come the 14th of December. So, with that being said, thanks again for watching the blog, and if you have any speculations, by all means, hit me up on Facebook, and let's have this discussion.